One of my favorite parts about having a fund is being able to connect other investors with investors. So I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about some examples and talking about how and what we do to connect investors together and bring investors together where they can meet each other and see if there's any crossover with what they have going on. Another quick 2 to 3 minute, this is your daily parallel brief. We talk all things investments and finances as it relates to what we see on a day-to-day basis running a hard money lending fund out of Texas. This is never financial advice, never investment advice. Big disclaimer, that's not what we do here. We talk about what we see in our experiences. So let's talk about one of my favorite things that we get to do from running a fund, and that's having a pool of investors that invest in the fund, and then that has grown over time. And so there's a lot of crossovers outside of what we do from investor A to investor B and so on. So I love connecting investors with other investors that are in similar lines of work, or we have investors in service industries, or investors that are in construction. And if another investor needs a garage door put in or window put in, if we have investors that have businesses like that, we can connect them together and kind of have this cohort of parallel investors, if you will. So we had an investors dinner a few weeks ago. All the kind of Austin area investors were able to meet each other and kind of put a face to a name and create some relationships, and then able to grab coffee and connect with each other outside of any parallel events. That's one of my favorite things to do, kind of create this boutique family relationship kind of feel into our fund. So I love connecting investors with other investors, especially if it can add value to another investor in whatever role that may be. We also have several groups that we meet with. We have or several investor groups that we meet with, and we try to provide any type of education or any type of value add service that we can do for our investors, even if it's outside of parallel. We want to do that. So not a ton of financial investment talking here per se. It's just one of my favorite things when it comes to managing this hard money lending fund or assisting in that managerial role is connecting other investors with investors. We just did one past week where someone's garage door broke down. We have an investor that does very well with a garage door business, and we're able to connect them together. So it's one of my favorite things, my favorite parts of this, and also being able to talk to all these investors who are very successful in their own right, and maybe selfish of me, but I get to be around them, learn from them. I take notes all the time and try to apply it to what we do. Anyways, if you like this type of investment, financial kind of discussion here, I know this was more just kind of relationship stuff, but it's one of my favorite things about running the fund. But if you like this type of stuff, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing the video, all that fun stuff. It helps us grow on YouTube. And again, we do this every weekday. We'll put out a quick 2 to 3 minute video over these type of topics. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.